Dude, I feel like you and I were stuck in a forest for 2 months.
A forest?
Yeah, and I feel like you and I were like, I don't think we're ever going to make it out.
Mm-hmm.
And we reached a wall made of leaves. And for days, we were just digging. And, you know, our fingers are bleeding. And it's like, I don't think I'm going to fucking get out of this.
Uh-huh.
And then we tore back the last leaf. We watched the sunrise.
Uh-huh.
And October's finally over.
It didn't seem like it based on my makeup, but it's over.
No, it hit midnight.
Mm.
It is November 1st. And here we are.
Right.
Here we are. Happy
We're
November.
Definitely filming this
No,
November
we
1st.
Stop. There's going to be someone who's naive out there like, no, it's November. They said it is. No, wait. Don't people film videos the same day they post them? I always thought that's what we did.
No.
That's kind of crazy if people did that. Because the uploading thing is crazy.
Yeah, sometimes it's so slow.
So, happy November.
Happy November. I know Cheli is so much happier, lighter. You feel free now. The birds are singing.
I just want to say it's not that I don't like spooky books. It's not that, because I do. I feel like last year's spooky season really fucking hit for me.
Go ahead. Name.
I don't know what it was.
No, it
Episode
didn't.
13.
That was like the only one you liked.
That was enough to have my eyes wide open.
You did not like the blackened teeth. You did not even really remember Hidden Pictures.
Yeah.
You didn't like the serial killer one.
Why are you dragging?
Wave? I don't think you
Why?
liked.
I loved Wave.
No, you didn't.
When she, at the end, watch that episode. When she puts on her coat and she looks inside and inside.
Don't spoil it.
What? Come on. Who's going to be like, fuck, I've been waiting on Wave. This isn't Wave. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you
I
got
feel
me.
like you romanticized last spooky season.
Yeah. What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
I think next spooky season,
No.
I feel like next spooky season, we got to go full on, like, disturbing as horror.
No.
No, I think we
I'm
have
good.
to. I think we have
No,
to.
now
We
you
almost did with Rotten Tommy.
You want me to be miserable then.
I'll hold your hand the whole time.
No, Rotten Tommy was so bad.
I'll hold your hand.
It was so bad.
Please.
I hated Rotten Tommy. That was like the worst read of the year.
No, I hated it too.
No.
Wasn't it so fun to talk about?
No. Imagine. I hated it.
I hated every single second. I loved every single second of filming that.
I thought it was fun to talk about, but I wish that after we stopped talking about it, I could just like delete it from my brain. You know, I wish I could just.
I wish
we didn't talk about it.
I wish I liked it. That's it. No, I get you. But
I wish it was worth the read.
I fucking get that with 90% of the books we read for spooky season. I put a tarp over it. October's gone. I'm not even going to look back.
Isn't it funny though? Because like the first time we did spooky season, I think you only liked one book.
You know what though? I think we're just funny though. It's kind of like childbirth, you know?
What?
You forget how...
It's definitely not like childbirth
it's
at all.
exactly like childbirth. I'm not a mom, but I think I understand the pain.
No, stop.
I just think mothers
stop. Don't say that.
No, I think I get it. No,
Cheli's not serious.
No, I'm not. But I think it's the connection I was trying to make is I think I forget how much I don't like things sometimes.
Yeah.
And you know that because you've seen me say I fucking hate this.
Yeah.
And then the next day I'll be like 5 stars. It's like when
Best thing ever.
Do you remember when I watched Suicide Squad like 9 times?
The first version, yeah.
Yeah. The first version.
There's a second version. The Suicide Squad.
What?
Shut up. No.
What do you mean?
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
You're joking. You did not miss the Suicide Squad, did you?
I watched Suicide Squad 9 times, and I conditioned myself to love it. Thank you. I didn't know about the Suicide Squad. Is it kind of like the Justice League Uncut?
No, it's a whole other movie.
Is that John Cena?
Oh my god.
It is.
How did you miss the Suicide Squad?
What the fuck? Wait, I'm confused. That's John Cena, right? Then who the fuck is that?
That's
Also John Cena?
No, what's that? That's the guy who led Suicide Squad.
Wait, we gotta watch this movie.
No, I'm good.
Was it bad?
You see it once, you've seen everything you could see, you know?
Might as well watch it 8 more times, like I did with first Suicide Squad.
No, I'm good.
I'm
want us to watch Smile too.
I'm down for that.
That's what I want to watch.
I'm down for that.
Okay, good. Stay tuned.
So, October, Gone in the Wind.
Don't know her.
She's gone. Spider?
Gone.
What spider?
Gone.
Thank you. Happy November. Happy month of love and caring and friendship and thankfulness and gratefulness and everything good.
Yeah.
Except for the things that stands for. But happy November.
Happy November.
I want to feel love again.
Okay.
And what better place to feel love? I don't know how to end that sentence. I'm going to take you to a beautiful cafe. A cafe on a beautiful harbor around beautiful, for some reason, weirdly sexy people.
Okay.
Apparently everyone's sexy here.
Well, they have to be. I wouldn't read it if they weren't.
No, but like everyone is sexy
I
here.
wouldn't read it if they weren't.
Well, let's join the sexy ride. Do you think a sexy book about a coffee shop,
just a shop,
and a mystery can save your life?
No. What do you mean?
It's about a coffee shop.
Can you
and
tell
a
me what
mystery.
it's about?
No, you're supposed to say yes, and then the music is supposed to pop in.
Well, the music is paused.
No,
I need you to tell me. I need you to tell me a little bit more.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
You are just a girl.
Just easy.
Just a girl.
Easy. Okay.
Okay. And you kind of went through the shittiest job experience of your life, which we'll get into later, but it sucked, okay? And you needed a career change. Your eyes are wide open, by the way.
I'm sorry. It's just that like I can see everything through your eyes.
Of course. And you're just like, I need a job change. My Aunt Dot, she kind of left the country because she was over here like, I'm gonna work on my tan, which is fucking wild, but think about that later.
Love that for
Dot. And you're like, I'm gonna take over her fucking cafe. You have a whole life change and you want to start fresh and you want to focus on you. But how can you do that when the produce man is sexy as fuck? And named
what do you
after
mean?
Wolverine.
That makes it so much better now. I can definitely focus on me if I'm focusing on the sexy produce man.
So again, do you think a book about a coffee shop, but also a little mystery, can save your life? Also, it's sexy.
I think it could fix my life.
I'm sorry, we don't save lives, but we do fix lives. Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
Again, happy November.
You're so happy. You look,
dude,
glowing. I've never seen your hair this shiny. I've never seen your cheeks so beautifully flushed.
Dude. I never thought I'd see the end. I'm here. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
We're in a sexy town. Well,
Dream Harbor.
Yeah, I was going to be like, no, well, we're here. So,
well, yeah.
Here? Yes.
But also in Dream Harbor.
We're in a place called Dream Harbor.
Mm-hmm. And today we are reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe book by Laurie Gilmore.
A very talked about book online. Mm-hmm. I've heard so much about this, but can I say?
So have I.
I've heard so much, but also heard nothing at all.
I've heard people's thoughts without them spoiling their thoughts, which I appreciate. That's not what we do here, though. We will spoil this whole book.
Everything.
So.
And we're also going to, like, kind of fuck around with it. So.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, embellish. So, let's go to Dream Harbor, the setting of our book. Our main character's name is Jeanie, and she was previously... Also, I'm not going to say this book in order. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say the deets. So, our girl Jeanie, she's coming from literally the worst job experience you can ever have.
Yeah. She was definitely overworked. I believe she was like an accountant.
She was like,
or a receptionist.
No, she was like
something in the corporate world.
She was an assistant manager, but she called herself like an over embellished assistant, basically, because all she did was like check schedules and then like bring coffee. Yeah. So it was still a lot. She was a workaholic. She made work her entire life to the point where she cut off all of her social ties. She had no real family ties, and like, well, she had her brother, but that's kind of it. But she cut everything off. And all of a sudden, one day, her boss just didn't come out of his office. And what fucking gets to me is the fact that because he was such a workaholic, no one bothered to check for a while.
Yeah, that's so sad. Yeah. I can't imagine being such a workaholic where people just assume, oh, they're just in there working.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
How many days do you think would pass of me not texting you where you would get worried?
What day is it? If it's in the middle of the week, I don't think I would worry. But I feel like we're texting each other more now. Yeah. Currently. So I feel like it would have to be like 2 days max.
I think same. But I think on the second day, I wouldn't text you like panicky. I think I would just text you like, hey, how's it been going? Yeah. If it passed 2 more days, I'd be like, hey, I haven't heard from you.
Are you good?
And then I think the next day, after those like 4 days have passed, I think I'd call you.
But the thing is that you post on your Instagram stories. Yeah. So I feel like even though you're not texting me, I know how you're doing.
But what if I stop posting?
So if you didn't post anything at all, I think it would be like a day and a half, maybe. I don't know. I think, but also you can see when someone's online on Instagram. Yeah. So I think I would be really worried. Also, if something were to happen, your sister would tell me. So
that's true. That's true.
What about you for me?
Like I said, I think it would be like 2 days. Well, I don't know. Do we text each other daily? I feel like sometimes we do.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think if we were left off mid-conversation, like if you had said something and then I answered and you didn't respond, I think I would text you back after a day like, hey.
Hello, don't ignore me.
But if we hadn't been talking and I just realized you kind of went like
MIA.
I think maybe like 2 or 3 days and then I would just call you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
So it makes me sad to think that the idea of not having someone who would check up on you kind of scares me. I didn't realize how much that scared me.
Yeah, it freaks me out too.
Yeah, so that's
I feel like that theme has come up before, but I don't know where exactly. Like I can't pinpoint it.
I feel like that too.
But it definitely like makes me freak out a little bit because sometimes I'm not an amazing texter. So I'm like, sometimes I think like I should text more often.
No, that's how I feel about. Sorry, I'm like over here now. Okay,
you're gone, bro. You're not in the screen.
That's how I feel about pictures. Because then I feel like, wow, I'm gonna regret not having memories of a certain thing when things are gone.
Oh, dude, that's why I'm taking so many pictures now.
Dude, I love that you do the photo dumps. I need to start doing that.
It's because I don't know. Randomly one day I was thinking, damn, I looked so young before. Like when you look at pictures, you're like, damn. Yeah. I look so young.
Dude, do you remember when I dyed my hair like red?
Yeah.
I don't have any pictures. But it's because I had the teenage blues. So, but I miss it because I'm like, damn, I can't believe I didn't take any. So I want to be able to like record more. And I like that Instagram archives all of your things. Even if
I love that.
So I have things to look back at now.
Yeah.
Even if it's cringe because I fucking hate taking pictures in person.
Dude,
I hate being the person like, haha, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
You just kind of have to do it. You know, it is cringy. But I know in the moment, but later on you're going to be glad that you did.
And I know if another friend does it, I'm like grateful for it because I'm like, okay, there's evidence of this. Like,
yeah.
You know, there's like
I was here.
Yeah. I have an alibi.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
But it's sad. It kind of reminds me of the person who wrote The Great Gatsby. What's his name? Gatsby.
Mr. Gatsby. Oh my God, I know this. Why am I blanking? Fitzgerald.
Okay. So in The Great Gatsby, spoiler alert for The Great Gatsby.
Oh my God, don't spoil The Great Gatsby. Incoming major spoiler for The Great Gatsby in 2 seconds.
When Gatsby dies.
Oh my God.
That's kind of funny because... Wait, can you do me a favor? When you edit this episode, can you put a little like editing, like Gatsby spoiler in 2 seconds?
Yeah, I will.
When that happens in the story, at the end of the book, no one goes to his funeral.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because so many people acted like they loved him.
Mm-hmm.
But then that happened to Fitzgerald too. No one came to his funeral.
Yeah.
And that makes me so sad.
That makes me so sad.
I figured that out when I turned 25.
Mm-hmm.
And I sobbed like a little bitch.
Dude, I could cry right now if I think about it too deeply.
It's a lot.
It's really sad to think about, honestly.
So our main character, Jeanie, she has this moment because her boss that didn't come out of his office when they finally did open the door, he had passed.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had just died. And I don't even think they knew what it was.
I had assumed it was like a heart attack or something.
It might have been.
Something like very like sudden.
Yeah.
Or an aneurysm. I don't remember.
It might have been an aneurysm because one of the characters had mentions like maybe it's the stress of him having a job, having a wife, and having a mistress. You know?
Oh God. Uh-huh.
So she has a moment like, fuck, when I die, who's gonna call to check up on me? And she couldn't think of a single person, except for her brother, but she couldn't think of a single person. She remembers Dream Harbor as a place she used to visit frequently,
Mm-hmm.
but because she became an adult and a workaholic, she just cut her ties with this place.
Yeah.
So she has a moment of like, I'm just gonna go.
And she wouldn't really visit either.
No, she stopped
because
visiting.
people didn't really recognize her.
Mm-hmm.
Like they knew that Dot had a niece and a nephew, but it wasn't like, oh, you're back. It was just kind of like, oh,
it was a new girl.
Yeah.
So Dot is her aunt, and her aunt is kind of a spontaneous person. And in Dream Harbor, she just kind of left. She's like, I have 2 workers here. I'm out. I'm going to go get a tan in Cancun. See ya.
Mm. She didn't even prep her, which is crazy to me. Like she literally just gave her cafe to her niece and was like, I'm leaving. Bye.
Yep.
So when Jeanie was here, it took her a while to finally open the cafe because she didn't know what the hell anything was or, you know, how to do anything, honestly.
I'm pretty sure you need like a barista license.
Yeah.
So she probably did a hella shit.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah. So Jeannie's over here like, okay, I'm going to start fresh, start a new life. It's not about weird, stressed out, panicky Jeanie anymore. It's go with the flow, Jeanie.
Yeah, she keeps bringing that up, that she's changed now. She's a new woman.
But there's a thing that keeps happening every night. She hears noises outside. And it's not just like little scuttering. Like she
It's like scratching.
It's like scratching and
the trash being knocked down.
Yes, exactly.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I knew.
You knew?
I knew where this was going.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I didn't care. I
knew. Well, at first I didn't care, but because it kept being brought up that she couldn't sleep at night because she kept hearing the scratching and you know her trash is always knocked down. I was thinking to myself, I know where this is going, and I kind of hate that I know where this is going.
Okay. It's too early to say that. So
Too soon.
So she's over here sleep deprived and she's like, it's okay. New day.
She's holding a bat. I thought that was so funny.
New day, new me. But she hears knocking at the back door.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And she grabs a bat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She's ready to beat someone up.
And first of all, sorry, it's been a while. Happy November. Put a pin in that.
Here we go again.
The first line in this book, if I remember correctly, was Jeannie's never killed anyone, but there's a first day for everything. I hated that line. I hate that. I hate that so much. Stop trying to make me laugh in the first page. You didn't succeed, and now I'm angry.
It's because you don't get her. She's so she's so relatable, and you know, she's trying to be funny and quirky, and
I hate it. I like actually hate it.
oh, okay.
Like it drives me insane.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't love it either. I don't think I hated it like you did, but when it started that way, I kind of just like rolled my eyes.
And you want to know something? When it started like that, I was like, okay, this seems like kind of like a young adult book. I didn't know.
You didn't know that there was
No.
spice in the pumpkin spice cafe book?
Oh, it has the word right in it. I was blinded. Pumpkin spice, sex.
Smut. There is spice in this
There
book.
was a big red pepper on the cover.
Can you imagine if it was the pumpkin spice cafe?
Pumpkin spice cafe, parentheses, Cheli. Come on,
Get it together, girl.
Cheli.
There's fucking spice in this book.
Dude, I didn't know. So when this produce guy walks in and she's like, who the fuck are you? You're here to fucking kill me. First of all, she had no fucking 2 cents to look at what he was holding and see that.
No, she saw that it was gourds, but she didn't get. I was like, girl, you have fucking pumpkins here.
It's November. November. I don't want to talk about October.
It's October. It's October because Halloween is approaching.
Okay, but
People are going to think you hate October. Stop it.
Sorry, I do really love October. Okay, so
Stop. She's joking.
But she's over here like, I can't connect. You're probably robbing me. And it's like, bitch, this man's bringing you stuff. You know?
She's quirky.
And he's over here fucking shaking like, please, I need to fucking put this down.
Because it's so heavy.
And she's finally connects like, oh, because he says it.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. It's the produce guy. And she was like,
I'm here to drop off your supplies.
Big ass stupid moment. I know my aunt told me that.
Yeah, she did say that Dot had mentioned it to her, but she had just forgotten. But it kind of felt like she was there long enough that she already knew. I don't know. I was really confused at this point.
Yeah, she should have known. You're right.
Because it's not like this was her first day there. She had been there struggling.
Laurie, write this down. Okay, so another thing. Insta love. Right?
She thought he was so fucking sexy.
It's so funny because she's over here like, I'm going to focus on me, but I can't look at that sexy farmer with his sexy ass beard and fuck. And then when it cuts to his perspective, damn, her and those hedgehog sweats. First of all, me. But second of all, like, what the fuck?
That's why you want to see yourself in this character.
They weren't Sonic the Hedgehog, so you were close, Laurie.
Close.
I hated that. I feel like I'm going crazy. Okay, so insta love between these two characters.
I would say it was more like insta lust. There's a difference, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, no, I think so too. So both of these characters clearly want each other, but for some reason, Logan in his mind he's like, no.
I can't.
Hold it together, Logan.
Stop it, Logan.
Don't let the monster in.
Put the Wolverine away.
I know.
Oh my god. I was
pulls out the nails. Sorry.
Yeah, I was picturing Wolverine.
Me
so
too,
it really took me out when it mentioned that he had a beard. Because the way that they mentioned it was that it was long.
Good for him.
So I was like, not my Wolverine.
No. Hugh Jackman in this story, young Hugh Jackman did not have a beard. So Logan.
Logan mentions to Jeanie that, maybe it's children who are messing around with the trash, who are, making all these noises. So he's like, hey, there's going to be a meeting, a town meeting. You should go and let people know your concerns, your issues.
Yeah. Maybe they'll come up with solutions.
And she was like, oh, okay, will you be there?
And he's like,
Fuck.
I
wasn't good. I never go, but now I have to go.
I don't know what's coming over me, but the monster's out. Of course I'm going.
Yeah. Which I think was going to be the next day.
Yeah. And then she's dropping something and they're about to not reach it. And he takes out his Wolverine nails. Just
stabs it.
Got it, babe. So
it would have been so much better.
So he leaves and is immediately just like into this girl. But he's like, I'm not going to tell anyone because I can't have a repeat of last time.
Yeah, he keeps bringing up
Last time.
how embarrassing last time was.
Well, they say I can't have a repeat of the winter like ball or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of already knew that. I didn't know it was gonna be a proposal, but I thought it was just gonna be like some sort of rejection, like something was gonna go wrong publicly in this town full of chismosos. So everyone's aware of everything.
Sexy,
yeah, of course, sexy chismosos.
I hate that everyone's sexy.
Why? You want Laurie to be like, no, everyone's sexy except that bitch over there. Is that what you want?
Everyone's just so attractive, but then Fred over here. And don't get me started with Frank. She just starts hating on everyone. Actually, no. You know what? Stay sexy. So the town meeting, whatever. They get to the town meeting, and for some reason, Logan forgot that everyone in Dream Harbor, like you said, is chismoso, and they're kind of a little bitchy. I would have been intimidated living here. Can I say that?
No, dude, me too. I would hate to live in a small town like this
because it feels like everyone's just in your business.
Yeah,
like let me live my life.
And he mentioned the book club.
Yeah,
the book clubbers.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
How do you feel? Because I have a very certain feeling about this. How do you feel about books, contemporary books, that put bookish people in their books?
I feel like we've talked about this before. I don't like it when people bring up like tropes where it's like, oh my God, my OTP, my ship. Yeah. Oh my God, what is your ship name? I don't like when, or like your TBR list. Remember that? And Colleen Hoover?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gross. I don't like it. But, you know, we had done a whole batch of spooky. At this point, I was like, I'll take anything.
I'm grasping at straws here.
I'll read anything at this point.
I just want to feel again.
That has a little bit of sexy times in it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Anything a little cutesy. So I didn't hate that there were bookish people in this book.
What I do hate, though, is that the bookish people walk with their heads up high. Heads up high. Come on, Logan is trying to live his life over here.
Yeah.
He's tending to his big farm, 2 goats and 4 chickens.
Of course.
So,
Harry Styles.
But he's over here tending, and they're like, weird that you're not like seeing anyone. I don't know. Oh, there's a new girl, and you're kind of like fucking single as fuck. And it kind of reminds me of that book. Remember, Logan, that book, The Milkmaid and the buff ass farmer man. Right, Jeanie? It's like, fuck. Can you be more obvious? I hated it.
I do hate when they have one of the characters overstep boundaries. Like that one guy. I don't remember their names, but the bookish guy.
Jacob.
I don't remember exactly what Jacob did that pissed me off, but there was a moment where I felt like this is so cringe that you're saying things about like bookish tropes or bookish, you know, sexy times or whatever with like 2 real people standing right next to you.
Yep. I didn't like it, but like you said, I was grasping at straws here. So this town, their meetings are kind of crazy. First of all, the mayor of the town, whose name I don't remember, because Frank was the husband. I don't remember his name. And honestly,
the mayor who is
clairvoyant,
but also the father of the bookstore girl,
whose name is. Hold on. No, don't say Hazel. Sorry, I mean Hayes. Dude.
Yeah. Hayes.
So the mayor, I like how we brushed past that. Yeah, the mayor's clairvoyant. That's why it's called Dream Harbor. He has dreams about it, whatever. Dude, what the fuck? If I walked into this shit, excuse me, can you imagine if you and I went to a meeting?
Yeah.
And let's just say we went to like a book club or something, and we're sitting down, and the main book club person's like, "Sorry, I'm late. It's just, you know, I had another vision. I had a premonition, and I just saved everyone. So how are we doing today?" I'd be like,
I would run away.
I would run towards it. What did you do?
I would run towards them and ask them, hey, can you have any dreams about me and save me a little bit or what?
No, I've actually never. She like gets a
It's like Raven. Whoa.
What'd you see?
But it's just like.
That's so fucking funny.
But I feel like this is going to come up a lot.
The clairvoyancy?
Yeah. In the series, you know?
Okay. I feel like I'm going to die the next time we talk about that because it's not important in this one that much.
Oh, me too.
Except for the fact that he's just kind of like, because Jeanie goes, yeah, there's been noises happening behind my house and I know it's not kids. I know it's not, it sounds scary. And he's just like, hold on, hold my mic. He's just like, oh, that really, whoa. I just had a vision. I think the only way that you could get closure and love it, solve this problem is if Logan helps you.
He tells her that he had a dream last night. Because isn't it just his dreams? He doesn't.
Yeah, that's why it's called Dream Harbor.
He doesn't actually.
That's not what clairvoyancy is.
Okay, boys, I'm sorry. I didn't write it, okay?
Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead.
But he basically tells everybody, I had a dream actually about this very instance right here, right now. And
about you, Janine, it's Jeanie. No, that's what I said.
Yeah, Janine. Anyway, so, and in my dream, Logan was the one who helped you out and solved your problems.
He had no shirt in that dream, but I don't know if that's connected or not.
It's connected. So, Logan, take off your shirt.
I mean, if his dream said so. So now Logan is volunteered by the town to basically help her solve this noise issue.
And you know what's sad?
What?
Jeanie saw that he didn't want to help her.
Dude,
and she was like, you know, in front of everybody too, because she was at the podium. She was like, no, it's okay. I mean, Logan's a very busy man, so he doesn't have to help little old me.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
And then he's like, no, I'll help you.
Dude, I'm gonna
runs up to her.
Dude, you're gonna be holding my mic often.
My head hurts.
I'm gonna stop you right there because these bitches met for what? 20 minutes? 20 minutes, right?
They were magical.
That's as long as they've known each other.
Yeah, it's
this
magical.
Man you've met for 20 minutes has now been told that he basically has to stay the night one night at your place and figure out what the noise is. He's not offered sleep, by the way. And he's not staying in a comfy house. He's staying in the cafe.
Yeah.
So
actually, she's sleeping above the cafe.
Yeah, but they're supposed to stay in the cafe to find out what the noise is. The thing that gets me about this book.
Why am I holding your mic?
Because I wanted to show you. The thing that gets me about this book is that they described Logan to be like, he looks up and then he's so dejected. No, I don't have to do it. But then, and then her face.
Is that not what I said?
And then her face falls as they describe it. And then he's like,
literally said that.
I know you did, but they described the movements, they described the faces, they described everyone's fucking reaction and fucking
slow
Mr.
motion.
Mayor having a premonition in the background.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? I don't want to know every single. Every character wore their emotions on their sleeve.
Their heart on their sleeve. That's so beautiful.
I was so fucking over it.
Place, you wanted romance or what?
I do.
What do you want then?
Dude, I feel like I told you, hey, I want to have a 5-star meal. I want to have a 5-star, and you brought me a plate, and I was so hungry. Yeah. You were at a restaurant. You brought it for me. You didn't cook it.
I'm the waitress in your fantasy.
You own the restaurant, but sometimes you feel like you want to humble yourself.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
you bring me the plate, and you're like, I don't know what they put in there, but they said they tried really hard, and I've been waiting for hours, and I'm so hungry, and it's just rice, crackers, and water.
You're welcome.
I feel like that's what this story was to me at the beginning. I was over here just trying to have sustenance, and I was like, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
So I'm going to skip forward. I don't think so slow.
I don't think they actually knew that he was going to stay the night until after this event, though. Because I remember her being like, yeah, we talked about it, and now he's staying over. Sleepover.
So going up to that point, we're introduced to his besties, Hazel and Annie, and a few others, but those are the two main ones in this book. And they're girls that he grew up with, and they're kind of intimidating in the eyes of Jeanie, because she's like, I don't want them to think that I'm just here to fuck their friend.
And they even tell her, don't fuck with our friend.
But it's funny because then Annie leaves and Hazel's like, oh, by the way, I'm like totally okay with it. Like, you do you live your truth, you know?
Yeah.
I'm kind of clairvoyant myself. First of all,
Run
the fuck she's not.
Runs in the family.
I know. Wait, hold on. Bless you. What are you? Achoo. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God, the bitch is clairvoyant.
Oh my God. So it would be funny if this whole town was clairvoyant.
It would be really funny, or at least just their family.
I fucking love that shit. Even the dogs.
Oh,
The dogs are like.
They just can't communicate with the saw.
So she basically gets an okay from one of the friends, like, you can date him. But she's like,
Hazel.
no. Yes. But she's like, no, Jeanie, you got to be good Jeanie. You got to be changing for the better Jeanie. You can't show weakness. But my God, they cannot even last a second.
Really into each other.
Because the night that they have the little stakeout, they're like in sleeping bags next to each other and like automatically like are facing each other. And like, I think she's leaning on him.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wait, do they make out at this point? I don't remember anymore.
No, because Logan fucking his claws out. He was over here like, I'm gonna kiss her. But then they hear sounds outside.
Yes.
And he doesn't. And he's like, fuck. I can't believe I almost let the monster win. And then in her mind, fuck, I should have let the monster win. Yeah. And so the noises at this point end up being a cat. It's a little kitten. He's white. They name him Casper.
Yeah.
That's it. And I thought that was the reveal. At this point, I was like, that was the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And can I say something? I'm going to skip forward, like take a big leap. At the point where they first kiss, when was that? Was that at the farmer's market? No. It was before the farmer's. No, it was the farmer's market.
I don't remember.
I think it was the farmer's market. They were literally having a farmer's market, and then one of the tents flew away, and she left because it was raining, and she was just miserable. And then he came like, hey, I'll help you with something. And then she like puts her arms around his neck, and then they are looking at each other like, I'm not going to do this. And then they do, and they like fucking make out.
Yeah.
I was so like, is this it? Wait, this is it? They're just like good now? I couldn't see any real big conflict from keeping them together. Because I know in romance stories, they're going to end up together. I know that. But I like to see the conflict. Or at least feel it looming in the corner. Because I know fucking Logan kept bringing up like, Christmas. But even then, when they finally revealed that it was because his girlfriend, who used to like travel around, it was someone who wasn't really from the town, didn't want to be a small town girl living in a small town world. Yeah. Just said no to him. It sucks.
But I feel like that's a valid insecurity, though, especially when he's living in a small town that are full of chismosos.
Clairvoyance, first of all.
No, just one clairvoyant. So I feel like he wouldn't want to embarrass himself again.
I guess. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it, but I will say I was interested in how their shit was going to go down because I knew it was going to crash and burn because Jeannie's the first one to be like, we don't need to do anything serious. Like, we can just keep it casual. And I'm like, bitch, I'm clairvoyant. That shit's not going to work.
Yeah, it never works.
Because I think they were like 2 chapters in and she was like, how do I tell him I like him?
Yeah.
Ugh. And then he's over here like, fuck. I know I agreed to that, but like, what if I'm ready to move on? Yeah. How'd you feel about the spice in this book?
You know what's so funny? I remember because I listened to this book.
Me too.
And I remembered while I was listening to the spice, I was thinking, okay, form an opinion. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Because I know Cheli's going to ask me. I think it was okay. I don't really remember.
Dude, hold on. Dude, oh my God, it's been so long.
Yeah.
I was fucking they were fucking. Yeah. So as soon as that happened, all of a sudden I was like, I've never hated this book.
Oh.
I'm eating this shit up.
You were always a fan.
I was always a fan. I loved her hedgehogs too. No, I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
It was, you know.
Well, I did think they were cute.
Yeah.
I get you though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you. I see you. I get you.
Thank you.
But I remember liking the spice. I just don't remember much of it.
Well, I mean, they were just kind of like teenagers.
Oh, yes.
They were trying to fuck any chance they got.
Mm-hmm.
And then your favorite thing, miscommunication.
Your favorite thing.
I don't really like miscommunication if it's not done correctly. I want one of those moments where you walk into a conversation and it's finishing off with someone else and you're like, bitch, that's what I want. I don't want miscommunication when you're talking right in my face.
Okay.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, yeah, you did.
Wait, what moment are you talking about?
So the miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the fight that happened, it happens in Logan's home. And I think they have already had sex. No, they haven't had sex yet. And she goes over to his house to basically say that she's continuing to hear the noises. I think that was the whole point of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And when she goes over, they start messing around. And it seems like they're going to have sex. And someone comes knocking at his door. And he apparently, allegedly, shoves her. Fucking, she crashes into the wall. That's strong of a shove.
You seen New Moon? Remember when Edward like shoved Bella into the wall and she like cut her arm? And
exactly.
That's what happened.
And she was like, wait, does he not want to be a thing? It's like, Jeanie, Jeanie, come here, Jeanie. Do you not remember like 4 chapters ago when you said, hey, let's just sleep together, keep it casual, not be a thing?
Mm-hmm.
And she even says it to herself.
This is what I wanted.
This is what I wanted. You notice that this book repeated itself a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, I did notice.
There was always.
I was over the amount of times that she would say, no, that was the old Jeanie. New Jeanie, she would never do that.
And with Logan, I know he was dealing with it. He was really going through it. But I really hated how did he say it? He was like, I know what happened with Lucy like was a mistake and I'm not gonna let it happen again. Mm-hmm. You know, and he kept repeating that shit and I was like, bitch.
Did we even explain?
Yeah, we did. It was the whole proposal that failed,
that she said no to because she didn't want to be tied to this small town.
Yeah, and then I sang small town girl, small town world.
Yeah.
Yes. So they have a moment where they don't talk to each other for a while and he's like, I fucked up. And then she's over here like, I can't stop thinking about him.
But honestly, I would... Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
100% co-sign that. But I feel like I would too be very pissed off if I was like, you know, making out with someone, then all of a sudden they just shove me away from them. Like if I'm some sort of disease. No, like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you grossed out by me?
You live on you were at his grandmother and grandfather's ranch.
And... what about it?
If an old person walked in on me mid-coitus, I'd be so fucking disturbed.
They weren't. Well,
they were about to.
They were about to, but there was nothing, you know.
When they finally do have sex, I think it's in Jeannie's home. And it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Beautiful. Love is love. You know, love wins. Love is beautiful. Love is everything.
Very magical.
Yes. And then immediately after, he's like, fuck, there's real estate, like realtor cards on her desk side. She has boxes that are still like, you know, not unpacked.
He makes a comment that when he gets into her house, like, you know, it's the cafe, but, you know, upstairs, when she gets into her living situation, it looks like she hasn't unpacked anything, and it looks like she's just ready to leave at any second now, which again, this is a really big fear of his.
So he basically tells her like, so you're leaving, right? You're leaving. No, it's okay. You should leave. You know, like this probably isn't worth it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were even dating at this point.
They were. No, they were. Like, they were like, remember they had held hands in front of everybody?
Oh, you're
because
right.
they were going to go judge Halloween costumes
They were holding
together.
hands.
So they were holding hands. So now this whole town knew that they were going to sleep together.
Yeah.
And so once they slept together and he sees this like business card from a real estate agent, he's thinking to himself, oh shit, I knew it. I knew that she was going to leave me.
Yeah. So then he leaves and she's like, did I just get dumped?
Yeah.
Okay. Pin in that. There's a character we haven't talked about whose name was Norman, but I feel gaslighted because I listened to the audiobook. I could have sworn the first 5 chapters this man's name was Walter. So when they said Norman, I was like, who the fuck is Norman?
Uh-huh.
His name was Walter, right? You heard it too, right?
Wait.
You heard the voices?
I'm very confused now.
Norman?
I'm gonna be honest, when Norman came up, I was like, who the fuck is Norman? No, I
This is the
literally
whole
was, because I don't think that it was ever described to me that Norman was that bitch who stayed
That's something I didn't like.
and knew how the cafe ran.
She never had conversations with this man that lasted more than like 2 lines.
No, and then her other employee
Crystal?
also, they had a rift between them because Crystal obviously had a crush on Logan.
Never came up though.
But I mean, I get it though. I mean, Hugh Jackman.
Young Hugh Jackman.
Yes, of course.
Those 2 characters never came up. I wish that she would have built friendships outside of Logan's friendships that weren't the book club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I hate that these 2 were never mentioned because Norman is an OG worker.
But
He used to work with Dot.
it was so obvious. Oh my God, this girl.
Explain it.
Everything was just going wrong in her cafe. Like, and then there was a moment when it was too cold, and she was like, Norman, can you make it a little bit warm? Why did you set it so cold here?
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, like it was just like mad, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, like he was just sabotaging her. And I knew it was him. I was so mad at the fact that she was like, who could be targeting me? I'm not sure.
Girl.
I don't know who could be targeting me. The only bitch who hates you is Norman.
And the reason Norman did it was because he thought if he scared her, maybe he could buy the cafe. Because Dot should have gave it to him. He'd been there longer.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. It
But
really
he
doesn't.
did feel very entitled to it.
But then he was like, I'm sorry. Forgive me, maybe.
Forgive me, I didn't mean it. It's because I'm kind of secretly in love with Dawn. I'm sorry. We'll get there.
I can't.
But you know what else?
Mm.
What else made me a little bit angry?
What?
Was the fact that when Jeanie realized that Norman was trying to sabotage her business, she was like, well, can you like stay though? Like, can you stay though? You know, she was trying to still keep this man.
Hold on. I know that you were basically like, what is it? What is this, harassment?
Yeah.
But like you didn't put in your 2 weeks though.
Trying to terrorize her because didn't he have someone break in
Yes.
too? What the fuck?
But you didn't do your 2 weeks, and like, you know, you're still on the schedule and you're the only one that knows how to fill out the paperwork. So maybe stay, maybe? And he's like, no.
Maybe?
It's time for me to go.
Mm-hmm. Norman now.
Ooh, whoa, yeah.
Uh-huh.
End of the book. So Logan feels bad because he loves her. Dude, he L-words her. And he's like, okay, I need to make this right. So I can't remember how their conversation goes, but I do remember Jeanie going like, don't let him in. Don't be strong. And he's like, Jeanie. And she's like, me too, babe.
I thought that was so funny because she was really, really busy at work.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he comes in, barging in, gives her a love declaration in front of all the chismosos.
Yep.
All of the little gossip bitches.
And then they walk to the back, in which he basically says, like, I don't want anything else. I just want you. Mm-hmm. And then she breaks too, and she's like, I want you too, bitch. and then they kiss.
Yeah.
They walk out hand in hand, and he holds up their hands, and he's like, I love this woman. And everyone's mid-coffee, like,
They don't give a fuck all of a sudden. Nobody cares.
They all stand up and cheer.
They start cheering.
They're crying. Yeah, it's a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Can I say something that I hated?
Yes.
Dot shows up, bronceada and everything. Bronzed.
She's 10 now.
And she's just like, hey guys, miss you. No, she was pissed because of Norman. The whole situation with Norman. I hate how unrealistic this whole scene played out for me. Was that Jeanie, heart of gold Jeanie. She was like, Dot, don't be mad at him though. It's because I think he's in love with you. And then Norman's like, it's because I'm in love with you.
And then Dot's like, but I left it right open for you to come to me. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I didn't know that's something I can want.
Yeah, so she had wanted to retire, and she wanted him to retire with her. Yeah. But because he didn't bring it up, she didn't want to bring it up. So
in this town full of sexy people, I would rather have... I would rather be sexy with you.
Oh, beautiful.
Goes down on one knee. Will you be sexy with me for the rest of your life? Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Everyone cheers again.
Everyone. Sexy.
He takes off his shirt. He's like old but ripped.
I fucking love that shit. The end. There's an epilogue, but the end.
God, can it just end?
Epilogue? I don't even remember what happens. I think they're living together by the epilogue. And doesn't he propose?
Oh my God, I don't remember that. I just remember the second book's epilogue.
I do too, but in this epilogue,
doesn't he mention to Hazel when he's gonna propose? He doesn't propose. No.
Doesn't matter. Because you know what? I closed the audiobook, got my phone, I rolled down my window. She's out. I'm not even thinking about her anymore.
Like Frisbee.
It's so funny because I went out to eat with my friend. And she lives a couple of hours away. So I drove for a bit. I finished this book. No. I shouldn't say that. I was one chapter away from finishing this book when I saw her and I parked my car. And I just remember going like, we're going to eat. We're going to be in there for 3 hours. And I have one chapter left. I just want to know how this shit ends. We went to this little cafe. The cutest little thing I've ever seen.
Pumpkin spice.
It was all pumpkin themed.
Wow.
I was going to take pictures, but there was like a lot of people enjoying their like food. And I didn't want to be like, ooh.
Like a tourist.
It was so cute, dude. So I really felt like I was Jeanie, you know.
You were in the atmosphere.
I'm Jeanie.
You were
sexy and clairvoyant.
And pumpkin spice.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. And you know how much I love pumpkin spice. So that being said, overall,
I can't with you. Wait, I'm getting a vision. I just remembered. I see a 5 out of 5 in your picture.
I see a 5. Wait, I'm cleaning it. She's not a 5.
Not a 5? Damn.
I think the spice
saved it.
Yeah, kind of. But even then, the spice wasn't spicing. You know what I mean?
It was spicing.
I was okay.
It had been so long since I read spice. Girl, I was so excited.
I was just, like I said, grasping at straws. I didn't like the repetitiveness in the writing. I felt like the characters repeated a lot of shit. And it felt like when they would tell a character something and then they would tell someone else, they had to repeat the whole thing that they told the other character. And it was like, you don't have to do that as an author. You could just say like, so I told them and then this, you know?
Well, no, just in case I forget, you know, which I did.
Dude, I wasn't. No, I knew their language so well. Like I knew the way that they were talking and I fucking hated it. I felt like they were always saying the same shit. And the miscommunication part, I thought that was stupid. I thought that didn't play out well.
But I felt like it was very predictable.
Yeah.
I knew that he was going to find the business card and he was going to be like, I knew she was going to leave me like the other one.
And can I say something? I don't like the cover.
I love the cover. I think it's so cute. Feels... It feels like she's going to give me some recipes. She did it though.
What I don't like about it is I think that I'm now coming to a point, which is shocking because I liked the cover for like Spanish Love Deception and Hating
Here
Game.
we go. Now that I love it, you're over it.
What I am starting to see a problem with, only because it's been coming up in the news a lot, is that kids are now grabbing these books thinking that they're cute. And I don't know if you heard, but there were kids that were bringing like, because it just looks like a book, they were like bringing Fourth Wing to like a middle school classroom.
Oh, damn.
But then it's okay. But then here's the conversation.
Okay, let's have the conversation.
There are kids over here bringing bringing full on spice books to school. And parents are angry and districts are angry. And they're like, what are we doing to stop this issue? Because never before has a child been exposed to such things. Cut back to fucking our generation when we first learned how to use a phone and the first thing we look up is like, what's fan fiction?
Me looking up Inuyasha and going down a very sick rabbit hole.
Me fucking looking up, what did I look up? I don't want to embarrass myself out here. Me fucking looking up Naruto and going, I just want to see I just want to see a cute picture of Naruto. I just want to see a cool picture of Naruto with his friends. And then finding...
At the time, the images... Do you remember Google Images before? Yep. Dude, it was disgusting. There was no safety, guys. No. Safety search was not on.
So isn't it kind of crazy that now... that type of stuff is accessible in different ways, but now people are kind of like, our youth should not read this. And I agree. I don't want to see it in my classroom. I don't want my kids to be like, Fourth Wing. And I'm like, no.
God, if a kid... Dude, I can't even imagine me being a child reading a book that thick.
Yeah.
Fourth Wing
But we did on our little screens on fanfiction.net, chapter 76.
Okay, like, but that's different though. Like nobody,
is it?
Nobody has to see it.
I remember I read this one. Someone's gonna find it. I read this one fanfiction a long time ago, and it was called Neapolitan. And I was like,
you told me about this.
And I was like, I love ice cream. What the fuck? And it really was fuck. Because that's all they did. The whole, I think it was like 2 chapters long. All they did was fuck. And I was over here like, after I finished, I think I like put my phone down because I had a little track phone that had minutes. I ran out of minutes. So I was like, fuck, now I can't really, that's it.
Yeah.
And I remember closing the tab and then I closed my phone and then I prayed and I asked for forgiveness.
Oh, that's so sad.
I was like, I don't think I was supposed to read that.
So your point is that this book covers too cutesy.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think there should be, I don't know, because is that weird for me to say?
Why are you even allowed to buy it though as a child? Because don't you get ID'd?
No. Well, think about it. Back then, movies used to not have ratings. It started to have ratings when it started to get too much, and people noticed it. When people complain about certain things, that's when they start adding things. No one's complained about the books until now. So I feel like books are going to start having like
ratings.
Yeah. Doesn't it feel like it? Like we're going towards that?
Oh my God, you're right. I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, I mean, I think it's good.
I think it's good too. It's just weird. You know, it's weird for me to say that knowing full on that when I was 11, I read shit where I was like, oh shit. But even I knew, like, I'm not gonna go to school and be like, guess what I read.
You sit down, people. I'm about to tell you about this story. I wouldn't do that,
dude. Yeah, probably like a 2 out of 5. I liked the characters. I thought they were funny.
Yeah,
I thought it was cute. I thought the spice was good. Didn't care about the story at all.
This book gave me like Hallmark Christmas movie vibes. My mom, she goes on these like, what are they, like Hallmark sprees? Like she'll just watch like a bunch of Hallmark movies, and I won't like see the whole movie, but I'll see like a snippet and I'll know the whole fucking movie. I know where this shit is going. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. It was very predictable, but I think that overall, I think I enjoyed it more than you, at least. I wouldn't say it was life-changing, though. It's not like my favorite book or anything. I think it's a very middle ground. Okay. So I think I would give it like a 3.
I love that for
around
you.
There.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Well, to everyone who is listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars, some of you have been, and it really means a lot.
It's definitely helping us out a lot.
Yeah. If you also want to leave a review, maybe recommending us our next read, that would be great. I feel like November, new beginnings. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you want to support us and you have a little bit of money, what can they do?
So we do have a Patreon, and it really just serves as a way for our listeners to let us know that you really enjoy our content. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, then you can find us on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix, or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you want to support us, if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. I just realized there's 3 books in this series.
Yeah, of course. All of the side characters have their own books.
Who's the third one? Is it Jacob?
No, the tree farm. She comes up in the second one that she doesn't want the tree farm.
Oh, I forgot that she just walked in and left.
Mm-hmm. She was like, I don't give a fuck what you guys want. I don't want the tree farm.
Dude, you know what's so funny? I feel like Bennett and Jacob are going to be a thing. Bennett? Bennett?
Who's Bennett?
The brother? The brother.
Oh, Bennett.
I feel like Bennett and Jacob.
Oh, I do want to say that I did really like their relationship together, even though I didn't remember his name.
Dude, thank you. What was I going to say? Oh, if you want to support us on social media, we have an Instagram, a Threads, a Goodreads, and a Fable at the Book Fix Pod. And we do have a TikTok at the Book Fix. Thank you. So why don't we read positive and negative reviews? I'll read positive.
Okay. I do want to say that what I said earlier about, remember the scratching and the knocking over the trash can and all that shit that was bothering her in the beginning, and I said that I knew where it was going to go. Yeah. I meant to say I knew that it was going to be a cat. Like I knew it was going to be an animal, okay. Not about the whole her being tormented by her coworker.
Okay. I found a 5-star that I want to read. It's really short. Alma gave this a 5 out of 5, and she just wrote, so cringy, but I ate it all up.
This review comes from Cameo Rose. They gave it 1 out of 5, and they wrote, I hated everyone but Casper the cat.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. I didn't like the cat.
No?
Fuck the cat.
Well, I thought you would like it because you have cats.
You think I like them?
I thought you loved your cats.
I do like my cats. The other day I looked at my boy. You know, my big girthy boy.
Yes. Well, he's not as girthy.
He's getting girthy again, dude.
Oh, yes. You did say that. He's been eating.
Yeah. I looked at him the other day and I started to like kind of tear up because he's kind of beautiful.
Aww.
He's turning 10 in July. Isn't that crazy?
What the fuck?
He's old. His face has like the white furs now.
Mm-hmm. Does that make you sad?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Live forever. Dude,
how old
if he's still
16? 16. Okay.
If he's still kicking by the time I get married, I want to put him in a little suit.
Oh my God. He's just like already in a suit.
You're right. I love my little man. Put a picture of him here.
How is this so sad and so funny?
I don't know.